Why have we written Jamie Lee Curtis here? She's not in the film.
Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Today I'm reviewing the movie Kong Skull Island. This is directed by Vogt-Roberts. Well, that's how you say his name. It stars Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly and John Goodman. So the story is a team of scientists and soldiers and a few people in between going embark and explore the mythical and dangerous Skull Island, which is seemingly uncharted and so on. Their mission leads them to a confrontation with the formidable King Kong, who and also lots of other nasty creatures and so on. The team must then decide, well, to fight or flight really, and it's real story of survival. And I would say more monkey business than shoes, but Kong is an ape really, so the joke don't really work. I've just got to say now, I loves me a good monster movie. I mean, I've seen loads down the years and I've got loads on VHS and DVD in my collection and so forth, so I'm a big fan of whatever. It's right on my street, this kind of thing. So when I first watched the trailer for the film, it looks a lot of fun. You know, I mean, King Kong's such an iconic character in movies, in cinema history, and so given all that, yeah, I'm going to watch this film. I mean, if you're going to make a film about a massive ape and lots of massive things for the massive ape to fight, then you don't have to be too serious, and I feel this film kind of nails it. You know, it's just on the right side of daft. The film story actually begins in 1944 with a prologue involving two soldiers who, from different countries, they crash land on the island. They fight for a little while, and something occurs. I'm just going to say that much. I'm going to spoil anything. Then cuts to 1973. You know, a bit of news footage and what have you. It tells us like the US has just pulled out of Vietnam, so that's the time period we were in. So going into the film, I didn't know what time, where we're going to be, what year and so forth. But that's where we are. And it introduces the main cast. The characters, we get to know them a little bit, and from then to getting to the island, it whips along at a fair pace. It kind of helps with the descriptive and kind of dramatic dialogue they all have, if that makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of exposition is said with how they're saying it, but it doesn't feel like the characters are reading from a novel or anything. And we don't have to wait long before Kong makes his presence known to them. There's a lot of what I would call trailer shots where Kong goes about his business, showing his displeasure at them being in his backyard, so to speak. The whole sequence it's really well done, very slickly edited, and the shot selection is really nice and so on. I would say this also for the other sequences involving the other monsters and Kong and all the fighting and so forth. It's really well done. I didn't see any problems with the CGI at all in this film. As the film takes place during the aftermath of the Vietnam War, which is one of the main themes running throughout the film, it takes a lot of visual inspiration from films like Apocalypse Now, Platoon, and even Predator, and the use of the soundtrack as well. It's a nice soundtrack. It's used well. Got like the music from the era. Some really nice scenic shots of the island. There's also good use of mixed stock footage throughout the film, which makes sense story-wise, including a bit near the start where it seemingly starts off 16mm and it gradually goes into high def, which is utilised really well. In terms of the action, I do feel a special mention should go to Samuel L. Jackson as Colonel Packard. He very much channels his, snakes in the plane method of doing things, if you will. He's very bitter about what happened in the war. He's got a lot of guilt there, and so he seeks retribution when confronted with King Kong after a particular early attack goes wrong. There's a lot of extreme close-ups of his eyes as well, when they're filled with rage, he's eyeballing the huge ape, and there's a lot of fire and everything going on, all the carnage happening all around him. He seems to be just calm enough just to glare at the ape as if to say, look, I'm going to get you, kind of thing. It's a little silly, but, if you find it too ridiculous, just remind yourself you are watching a big monster movie, and I love this kind of thing, and all this kind of stuff, it makes it all the better for it. There's also a fair bit of dramatic slow motion during the fighting sequences, including one of the characters is running and slicing away with a machete, so it's all really good fun. There's a lot of B-movie-esque foreboding dialogue as well, and good use of sound design as well during these sequences when how it all like drops out and then it comes back and so forth. So it's really well effective. But midway through the film, John C. Reilly's character Hank Marlowe shows up. It's established he's been on there quite a while. He tells them about the history of the island and the natives on there, and also the hierarchy or the food chain, if you will, of all the creatures as well. I mean, it's kind of like the Basil exposition of the film, but it's still good value nonetheless, as is John Goodman, Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson. But the film as a Cold War photographer kind of falls for the British mercenary, and it's not even called Vengeful Colonel, although I would watch a film with that title. No, the film definitely knows who the star of the show is, and it's all the better for it. As I said, I feel the visual effects and action sequences are great, and above all, I had a lot of fun watching it, and that's all I really wanted. The only thing I would say against it was the story don't really break a lot of new ground, within the monster movie genre. So I'm a big fan of these types of films. I'm going to give Kong Skull Island 8 King Kong Bundys out of 10. So them's my opinions. What's yours? And yours and yours and yours. Let me know down below in the comment section. What the heck? Oh yes. Okay. If you didn't know, the JabJab show is now more interactive. Use these things here to like, subscribe, follow, hashtag. That's the thing. Just do all this business, and I'm trying to want to be more interactive with everyone out there. So yeah, do all that down there. Like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friends and everything. And in the words of the new Cyrus, send the word.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.